Hello, this is ComradeRant, and again, thank you for watching. So I'm gonna be talking a little bit, just basically for my subscribers. I want to say thank you to everyone that is subscribed. Thank you to everyone that is listening. I'm trying to develop my platform a little bit, and I'll give you some info about me, I guess, because we are already. I know I breached the 100,000 views. I'm close to 200 subscribers. It's basically nothing when it comes to the community of YouTube, but it's a small channel. Collectors are a pretty small group. It's not something that huge. I'm not gaming. Don't have time for that, and I'm just really happy that what I'm doing is basically doing it for non-profit. I'm enjoying what I'm doing because it's like half an hour of my time, and that's basically what I do in life. It's my hobby to collect games, and now I'm a little bit moving from the collecting games because my library is pretty huge now, and I'm going towards the collecting statues, the resin or polystone statues of games that I love. And I'm more moving all my collection that I have kind of grabbed through the years. I'm kind of moving them, selling them lately. I think you can find me on eBay. I guess I'm selling them. And I'm moving all my collection and starting to buy big quality statues like Prime 1 statues, First 4 figures. I have plenty of those to, on my orders. And so I'm a collector. That's how I see myself. I started 2 years ago from my girlfriend bought me a gift. She bought me the collector edition of Heroes of Might and Magic 7. I was so excited to get it. I was so excited to just think that this game is finally coming out because I'm a huge fan of all of those games. I grew up basically. One of the few games that I grew up is Magic of Might and Magic. I know most of the games that I grew up when I came to Israel was my first experience. So I'm from Israel, by the way. My name is Sergey. I'm a Christian that lives in Israel, so that's kind of funny. Um and definitely funny because Israel always talked about like it's only Jew people. No, it's not. Christians are more than welcome here, and nobody's trying to prosecute me or stuff like that. And I'm pretty happy here living in Israel, and I think it's a great opportunity because I come from Russia, and Russia is a really harsh country, and my parents kind of flew here for the first time. My mom's second marriage was to the somebody that didn't know he was Jew, but apparently his mom was Jew, and he got the visa here, and my mom flew with him. And after a year, they got me permission, and I flew to Israel. So I came here at 11, age of 11, and I was really welcomed. The society here is so rainbow. You have every nation here. It's kind of funny because nobody gives a fuck if you were like saying, "Dude, you fucking Russian." Really, nobody cares. Kind of all mixed. I think because the Jewish nation and Israel based was created from a lot of around the country, a lot of people bought. So we have somebody that came from Tunisia, came from other places, and okay, I'm enjoying here. So I'm the first games that I ever played here were Might and Magic. I know Commandos was one of those games that I fucking loved them. I played a lot of Tactical Ops. I played a lot of Age of Empires, like the first, the second, StarCraft, Warcraft. I played Diablo. Was wow, Diablo 1. I spent thousands of hours, I think, on that game. It was one of Diablo 2 was even crazier for me. I think 3 years until I got the enigmas and all the items and the shakos and the greed and the soldiers and everything. Until I think I was max level 97, and it was pretty big. Um, with almost every character, so I played that game a lot. And then I kind of grew up with. I never had a lot of money, so I most of the time I studied a lot. I wasn't even the boarding school because my mom didn't have time for me, so I studied fucking a lot. I mean, I studied. I have young engineering. I finished school with aces, even though I was kind of a fuck up kid because I didn't learn until age until I was sent to a boarding school, and in the boarding school I had a really good, I don't know, teachers, people, and I kind of. Grew into studying, and I found out that I have the ability, and I used it. Finished young engineering in mechatronics. Now I'm doing a second degree. It's not a second degree, it's a first. It's not young engineering, it's a full engineering in software development. So I'm finishing the second year. I'm going forward, hoping really to, establish myself as a software developer. But as a hobby, once you I got a lot of rejection when I was young. I played a lot of games, but I usually didn't have the computer. I usually would play at my friend's house because they had the money. I need to persuade my mom to buy games. She only bought me 3 games, and all of them were for my birthday. One of them was Commanders 2. The second was Sims, and the third one was Civilization 4, I think. Yeah, no, Civilization 3. That's the first time that I had the Civilization, um, because I really liked the idea of playing that game, building cities and all that. So that's the 3 games that I got, and then I was buying games for like when there were already like years gone. So I started to buy small games. I think that's the time that I started to buy Diablo. So I didn't buy it when it came out. I like bought it like a year later, even the expansion after it came out. So I wasn't the first, adopter of this game. But I grew up kind of, didn't have a lot of money, never. And something I think, and after my girlfriend bought that gift of the collector edition, and I opened and I've seen the statue, and I read the art book and everything that comes to art because I like drawing. It's like one of my hobbies, and I'm pretty good at drawing. Um, Drawing, sculpting, everything that comes to, and I fell in love with the collector edition, even though the collector edition is now worth nothing. Like I bought it for close to $140, I know, at that time, with the game, with everything, and now it's probably like $40 because this game was kind of a disappointment. Although I really liked the game, I don't know why people. I think they didn't like made enough content and didn't push it good enough, so it will be really good because the game itself is really good, but there was nobody to build more maps, or the community was pretty dead already, and they kind of like they needed a stronger horse, in my opinion, when it comes to Heroes of Might and Magic, and that's unfortunate because the Hero 7 I felt was good. So when I'm telling it, I don't really know. I just want to, kind of share my how I came to this conclusion of making this channel, how I came to the conclusion of doing this, and why I kind of like it, I guess. So it's a little bit of rambling, but that's the point of here. It's kind of a thank you and explanation and open up a little bit. So once she's bought it, I started to collect games. I had a couple of friends that was working in shops, like retailer shops in Israel, and I started to speak with them and kind of get some of the collector edition. And in Israel, it's really hard to get collector edition, usually because it's a really small market, and people don't buy here a lot of collector editions, so they don't bring it. The only ones you can bring is basically if you're buying it from Europe, and really small shops actually doing that. They do not want to buy from Europe collector edition because they usually don't sell here good. So they don't do it. So it's hard to get them, but because I had connection, I started to get some. So I think a couple of those collector edition, I got myself the Pip Boy that was really rare at that time, and I bought it for a crazy price. I bought it for 400 and something dollars, and I started to buy a lot of collector editions, kind of dwell to it, because I found my thing, it felt like I found something that I love, and I started to hunt collector edition, read about it more and more, start to educate myself about collector edition because that's something that I did. And something that I did not like at that time, and I think I did not like even now, it's always bad reviews. Always there's no information, good information about how much, speculation about how much it's gonna be worthing. Because it was really fucking sad. So that I bought collector edition for $200, $300, and a couple of months later, you're going to the shop and you're seeing this collector edition selling at a retailer price of $50. It's a pain in the ass because you just lost around the $200, and that's shitty. That's shitty feeling. And I felt that with the Pip Boy because now you can get it probably for $100. Think I lost $300 on this collector edition. I felt that with Hitman. I felt that with Tomb Raiders. I felt that with the Just Cause 3. I felt it with the Metal Gear Solid Paint. Yeah, I felt it with a lot of collector edition, and I was bummed because um, every time I open the review or something on YouTube, reading something that I love, or just reading a collector edition that I love, everyone was cocksucking the dicks out of every collector edition that I've seen. Now I kind of understand that's their money, that's their leeching of the money of the companies, and the companies that do send those collector edition to the people, and they send them on time of release, so even pre-release, so they make up the video. If they will review this collector edition badly, they will not get the next collector edition from that company or from those things. So they came up from this kind of like, I'll suck your cock, you'll give me something, and I'll give you in return. So it's a beneficial, you know, thing from those. And there was no one that was like, fuck that collector edition. There was literally no one. Every collector edition that I've seen from people unboxing all that shit, there's a one word that like kind of stuck in my head is, whoa, this is probably one of the most beautiful collector edition that I have ever seen. And the funny thing, he's telling it every fucking collector edition he ever opened. uh, I don't want to phrase names, but that's what I found, and I've seen a lot. I think it's not even one person; it's thousands of them that doing this shit. And I didn't like that. I didn't like that because I was like opening the first review that I did was the Tomb Raider one, and fuck that collector edition. It was fucking shit collector edition. It didn't worth the money. They reprinted it too much. It wasn't on demand. I think I bashed some collector dish, and once I started to do this, I started to use the tools that I'm using to, buy the collector edition, not buy the collector edition. Now I'm basically buying only the good collector edition. I usually don't fuck up now. Like I think I have on pre-order. Just think what I have on pre-order. I have Nino Kuni, the rare collector edition. I have Dragon Ball, the collector edition currently unavailable. Shadow of War currently unavailable. I have some like really good collector editions. I have Dark Souls Prestige collector edition in my copy. I think I have the Assassin's Creed Legendary Altair statue, and I'm collecting. I'm trying to catch the ones that I think rare. I even have Arthas from Sideshow, but that's not the collector edition. It's more of a, but I'm trying to like figure out what's gonna be rare, what's not gonna be rare. Sometimes I buy it because I like it. Let's say Overwatch, I bought it because I really wanted it, although the collector edition isn't that scarce and they printed it a lot. But something, I learned from my experience and I wanted to push it. So I learned even with time. I don't think I was the best, reviewer ever. I have one video on Gran Turismo that is like 20 likes and around the 104 dislikes because I wasn't informed good enough, and I still think it's one of the worst videos I did. I did even one on Mafia and deleted it, and it was pretty bad because I got bashed on it from the fans, and I was saying that the collector edition is shit and we should not support it, and I was eventually right because the game was crap and that collector edition is not worth anything now. So it's kind of a lessons that I learned to usually stand by my opinion. Usually I am right, like 90%. So I'm not fucking with you, I'm saying it's gonna be pretty worth it, it's gonna hold value. They usually do hold value or even up in the value. If I say it's crap, like I said, Battlefield, like I said, Recore even, you can watch my videos, I usually am right, but I'm kind of moving in the ladder of collecting, and I'm going to bigger collections like Sideshow collection, because I felt there's not enough. I love it, but once I've seen statues like Illidan statue from Blizzard, or the Gromash statue from Blizzard that I have, I was like, "Fuck! This is where my money should go." There's even a lot of value holding there and stuff like that. So now I'm buying collector edition that only are like really unique, and that's why I'm doing the videos. Usually I'm continuing doing the videos. I'm trying to catch the videos that I think those collector edition will be rare or good enough. And yeah, that's how the channel kind of grew up, because of the fuckers that, they never do a good review of it. And it's bummer because I lost money. That's the biggest thing. I lost money. And that's a fuck up. And I don't want somebody else to lose money because, he didn't he didn't listen, or he listened to the bastard that is getting paid, or to the parents that buying without information stuff they should not buy. Like there's some collector edition are really crap, and spending $240 and eventually finding it for $100 is really annoying. And so that's why I made this channel. It's growing slowly. I'm not profiting it from it because I do use curse words. I do say fuck it and fuck you and all that shit. Because yeah, I don't like flippers. I got experience with flippers. Sometimes in the comments even I have experience with flippers that are like disliking the video because I'm telling you not to buy this or warning on stuff like that. Because I know one of my videos, Dark Prestige Collector Edition, I said the warning, do not buy it, because after the game was released actually you could buy it for a regular price, because I got it for a regular price. And people before the release sold it for triple the money. Same thing with Final Fantasy, that you still can get it around the $300. Yeah, so don't like jump on it because they sold it for 500, 600. And some of the flippers like were downstairs, you saying no, you're wrong, it's gonna be sold out. I made profit of €300 on each of the collector that I sold and stuff like that. And for me it was, yeah, because you're a fucker, you just sneaking. It's like the same thing that happened with Super Nintendo Classic. um, it's shitty. I think it's shitty approach. I never bought two collector edition just to flip one. I never approached this kind of approach. I do it for myself, but it's a market. It's a free market. Eventually they can do it. I just don't do it, and I don't like it. And I think it's actually preventing from people that do like the art and do like the hobby into jumping into it and enjoying it fully and immersively, and that compares to going and fucking people because they're a fan of something. It feels like you need to be kind of a douchebag to do that. um, but it's everybody's doing their own thing. I'm not gonna be here. I wouldn't be doing it. I think it's sneaky, and I would probably won't be a friend of a person like that, because I think it tells something about your mentality. It tells that you're like self you're kind of an asshole. Anyway, so I'm not profiting from this channel. I don't think I'm even a YouTube partner. I think I'm not. And yeah, so that's why I did this channel. And how so yeah, I'm living in Israel. It's hard to collect here. My name is Sergey. I'm, as I told you, Christian that lives here. um, I don't know why I'm saying it. It's kind of a protective thing, because I think people don't like Israeli people for no fucking reason, because of propaganda and all that shit that is surrounding it. I actually really love this country. I think it's one of the amazing countries with open arms to everybody. It's the only democratic country here in the you know in this region. And it's just nice to know that I'm not gonna be stoned if I'm, let's say, gay or just a Christian, because that's what's gonna be happening to you if you're in the Palestinian areas. And it can happen, because we've seen a lot of documentation of those stuff. So it's not lying, it's a proof. And here, nothing gonna happen to you. I can go and scream that I'm atheist. I have friends that they're openly gay, and nobody gives a fuck about it. It's a free country, do whatever you want. Although we have some religious holidays here that are pushed even to the throat of somebody that is not religion, but it's part of this country, and I love it because they gave me everything that I needed. They gave me opportunity, the opportunity to learn, opportunity to get good job, to buy collector edition, to have some kind of a money. And yeah, I think because I was kind of like didn't grow up with a lot of money, and once I did start to earn money because I learned a lot, I started to buy collector edition, buy games, buy something that I love. And I think collector edition is really amazing. But again, it depends. Some companies doesn't see it like a farm. They see it as a profit most of the time. Lately, every collector edition that is coming up, we're getting more prices, less quality. That's a bummer. Some companies do get excluded. They are much better than what they're giving. Some people, collector edition and companies, see that there's a lot of fanism in some projects, and they just can push the price up, and they don't give a fuck. Like, it feels like that all the pre-order concept now lately is really shitty. But the ones to blame is not the companies, because they're eventually their company. They didn't come to make you feel happy. They come to make their business work. And if you're like not paying, eventually if you're not paying, their business not working and they are losing money because they do spend publicity, they do spend marketing, they do spend, creating those collector edition. And once you don't buy it, and once they lose money, and once they do lose money, you actually do benefit because they drop the idea. And you can see it everywhere that you're going, like you voting with your wallet always, like the community is much stronger than anything else. So yeah, that's a little bit about me. I still want to thank everybody that do watch me, do enjoy my show. I'll try to make my format better. I know I had plenty of dislikes on my channel, and I really don't give a fuck. Like, yeah, I get dislikes, but I understand from where the people come, and usually it's because I'm bashing the collector edition or the game that they really love or the franchise they love. Um, First of all, once you actually pre-order something and you have it in your pocket and you already paid for it, if I make a review and you watch it and I'm bashing it, there is a kind of tendency of like, fuck him, I know what's right. It happens a lot, so I had a lot of dislike likes ratio, but because I'm against the fan most of the time, I'm not cocksucking anybody's dick, so I don't really care. I just give my opinion, and if you don't like it, you don't like it. The only thing I do not like is that people don't comment when they dislike, because I understand why you're disliking most of the time, but I don't really understand why people don't comment and say, you have a shitty sound on stuff like that. That I can take it as a credit and approach it differently because I do improve my format. I think the camera is a little bit better. The sound is better definitely after I got this. Actually, a friend bought me this. He's like was watching one of my videos and said, "Hey, listen, your sound is pretty shitty." And I'm like, yeah, I don't have a good mic." And he's like, "You know what? I'm gonna be buying you this." So he bought me Logitech, and he gave me a special microphone for my personal computer PC at home. But it's kind of hard. So usually don't make reviews really fast. I try to make them as fast as I can, but um, when I get into exam time, exams are really hard, especially when you come to software engineering. It's a lot of mathematics. I did finish like now Java, so I'm kind of happy that I'm done with the Java completely and I can code on Java. But I want to get to Unity, I want to get to C Sharp and all those languages. But most of the time, I'm like actually doing some math, like a lot of fucking math, a lot of math. I didn't expect that when I came to the degree because yeah, a lot of physics, not a lot, but a lot of math and logic, like a lot of logic. Oh fuck, I hate that, but you can do stuff. I would prefer to make money from actually collecting games and catching some unique collector editions, but that's really hard in this world because the YouTube market is saturated and a lot of cocksuckers. A lot of cocksuckers. But I'm doing my stuff. I don't really care about the money here. Luckily, I do make enough money. Um, for now, I probably will make more money once I start working as a software engineer because now I'm not working as a software engineer. Um, there are some projects that I'm working on in the cryptocurrency world. I'm trying to be a programmer in the cryptocurrency. So yeah, it's more about me. It's more about thank you guys for everybody that's do watch this channel and do enjoy my content. Everything you want to add, comment down below. I'm always trying to comment. Sometimes I don't. I'm trying to now. I know I'm started to get some bad commenters like fucking with me, and I'm actually reacting to them and getting angry. And I should probably stop with that. Like just don't give a fuck about them. Usually that's what I did after a couple of times that I almost got to the fight with some motherfucker. He's playing rugby or something and he gonna beat the fuck out of me and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna beat the shit out of him, but you never know until you actually see the person in real life. Um, because it's like the that gif, then the dogs after the gate, three dogs again one, they're like trying to fight each other and barking on each other, and the gate is opening, and once they see each other that they actually can bite each other, they're like, oh yeah, okay, no, no, I don't want that trouble. So you never know. A lot of trolls on the internet, a lot of I don't think bad people, just very critical people with strong opinion about themselves. It kind of gives a feeling that a lot of people on the internet think they're smarter than you, better than you, but they don't do shit about that. Uh, it's kind of funny. So yeah, that's why I basically opened the channel and I started to collect them because of my girlfriend. She gave me the special gift, as I say it, the Heroes of Might and Magic 7. One of the reasons I started collecting too is I think it's kind of a childhood problem because I loved game all my life, but I didn't have the money to collect or play, and I usually would go to a friend's house to play in those games. And so I kind of grew up without this. And once you get to an older age, you get the money, you got the opportunities, and you get the knowledge. So you kind of compensate your childhood, lost childhood, as you can say it. But I don't think that much. I just love the art, and that's why I'm moving from games to collecting more of a sideshow. Items, big statues, polystone. I have like I know I'm like really into Witcher statues. I got pre-ordered every Prime 1 statue from Witcher, and it's statues close to $800, I think, each. That's kind of like I'm going fully on them. I have all the Berserk line because I like the Berserk anime. Actually, everybody's saying, oh, the manga anime is the best, and the Berserk line, and I'm like, I actually didn't fall in love in Berserk. I've watched the three new movies or the oval. Until I didn't watch those movies, I didn't know what the fuck Berserk was. Once I watched the movie, I didn't really care if the animation wasn't good. If I fell in love with the characters, with the storyline, with the lines, with how they were perceived and how they were. And then I started to watch the old movies from the 90s, and I still felt the same way. I just fell in love with the characters. I didn't really give a fuck about anything else. So that's why I'm like collecting now the Berserk line. I have the Blood line from Prime 1. I had the first four figure Metal Gear Solid on the line, Spyro, Crash Bandicoot. I have a lot of collector edition that I'm kind of like, I'm going fully with the statues. I think I really enjoyed that aspect. I just bought me Artus from Sideshow, the old one, because I really wanted it, because I have Goromash and Illidan. So I want Artus, and the second one that I'll probably be buying next year will be Deathwing. I just want to have them, four of them in my line. Kind of catching them. I have the Diablo Barbarian. I don't have the Diablo Sideshow, the Diablo himself, the Lord of Terror. So yeah, that's a little bit more about me. I don't really want to make a video about me going to the to my room and showing you in my display, because the video that I usually did is from my phone, and I have Galaxy 5. It's a nice camera, but it's kind of like it's immature. It's not really cool. Once I go to, I'm moving a new apartment, and I'll be getting a lot of good statues, good display options that I'm going to be buying, and putting the Witcher 3 Prime 1 in Lightning and everything. Then I'll probably will make a bigger video, probably make change the approach, because I'm doing it from the office now. This is my work basically. I'm working now. Uh, so the collector. So yeah, that's basically me, who I am, why I'm doing this, why I'm enjoying this, because I think that people should know the information. I just basically, yeah, I lost a lot of money when it comes to collecting games and collecting collector edition, and it's my experience of what happened. So that's why I'm trying, like, hey, don't do the same shit that I did. Oh my god, really sorry about that. And yeah, just don't do it. Don't do shit that I did. Don't buy overpriced crap and then go and see how it falls from the grace, and how you like lost a lot of money. It's a bummer. It's really felt bad for me. Um, I usually even eventually I got to the point that I bought every corrector edition without losses. and I kind of knew what collector edition to buy without losing anything. And I'm happy from that, like from learning all of those stuff, and it's kind of, I'm here to lose the money. Don't do the same mistake. And if you want to profit, it's not about even profit. It's about, you like the game. Yeah, I get it, but you can wait and get it for less money. So why the hell not? And if it's printed billions of times or even more than 30,000 times, you're probably gonna be finding that. If it's rare, I'm pretty much gonna be telling you, listen, it looks like it's gonna be rare. You better get it now. Um, and again, the Facebook page that I always suggest to go and link to. So it's a pretty big ramble. It's more of a blogging shit. It's more about me. You don't have to watch it. You can go and do whatever you want. It's my opinion about collector edition. More of a thank you to my channel, to the subscriber. Close to 200. I know there's like 6 friends on my here. I think 6, maybe a little bit more. Yeah, around the 6, 7 friends of mine are here, that are watching and are subscribed, and everything else is people that I don't know, but except one that always like complimented me. I really like you, man. I know you're now into Force 4 figure a little bit, so that's nice. I'm really happy that you're going that route. I got the Spyro from Force 4 figures, and go and buy it. It's amazing. Yeah, Eduardo Vittori. I hope I pronounce it right. Eduardo Vittori. I think. Yeah, I've seen you on Facebook because you're in the same groups of statue collecting and Force 4 figures. And yeah, go. Do whatever you like. I'm just here to bash collector edition that I think gonna be dropping in value for you not to lose money. Basically, that's it. Like, just don't lose money. Um, and have a fucking fun doing what you're doing and continue buying. You don't have to listen to me. If you like the collector edition, go and fucking buy it. Not gonna be stopping you. It's more of an opinion than it's more of an advice than telling you don't do that. Don't be. Sometimes don't do it because if you're gonna be losing there, you're gonna regret. And I did lost a lot of money, and I don't want you to do regret. So that's why I'm doing those videos. I hope in the future I'll be making a little bit more uh, better content, definitely. I don't think I want to be doing unboxing. I would like to do unboxing, like a ComradeRant unboxing. I was thinking about doing like something that I'm like a Russian style unboxing. That like I'm sitting drunk and like, what the fuck is this? Блять. Stuff like that. Just to joke around collector edition that I unboxed that are shit, or the collector edition that I lost money on them. And but I'm kind of moving on my collector edition. I'm even selling this Dark Souls, but please don't PM me about it. I am pretty selling it for expensive because I need to buy more expensive items. So, and it's pretty rare. So at least I didn't buy 2 and flip them. I bought 1, holded it. Eventually, I just want to move my collection from one to another. So I'm selling it for much higher price now. I think around the 1,500, something like that. And happy to do what I'm doing. So thank you guys for watching. I hope I continue to improve this format. For now, it's a nice format. I don't think it's the best. The sound is better, the camera is probably better, but I want to have a better style for the channel, like the option of styling here, how do you see the pictures and everything. When I have my own logo, stuff like that. I'm gonna be probably improving in that direction. Uh, Making a lot of videos, it's hard because it's still a collector edition world. I probably will make videos about statues. I'm really into that lately, and I'm just trying to do what I like. I don't want to do something that I don't enjoy, so collector edition is something that I really like. I still gonna be enjoying it even though sometimes I don't buy them, but I have already a strong experience and opinion about them. So we're gonna be doing that, and I hope I'm gonna be doing now on statues, but I still need to grow experience over there and start doing that too. So guys, thank you for watching. Have a great and amazing day, and now See you around.